Hello, welcome back to Cami Designs, and today we're going to be finishing up the cable headband. First, we're going to transfer the live stitches off the crochet chain and onto the set of needles. Then we're going to do the Kitchener stitch, and I have the setup here, and then what you follow. So let me put that off to the side and we'll get started. So here is my provisional cast on, and now I want to undo this and put my live stitches onto another set of needles here. And so I'm just going to pick them up as I pull this out. And I'm just going to do it really slowly. And it looks like I need to first get this one here. There we go. Okay, here we go. And I want to pull this yarn out of this first one here. Very carefully, because I don't want to lose any more stitches. Okay. There we go. And now it will just come undone as I go. Ooh, don't want to do that. Okay, and this is a little tight here because I think I cast it on with a smaller needle. Let me get a smaller one here. Here we go. I'm going to pull these out very carefully and put them onto this other needle here. There we go. And just undo a couple of these and pick them up. Let me zoom in here just a little bit. Okay. I pull that out and pick that one up. And this can be a little time consuming if you have a lot of stitches, but I don't have a whole lot of stitches here, so it's not too bad. Oh, my yarn is inside itself there. So let me get some scissors here and I'll just cut that scrap yarn. You can see I went through the yarn, and sometimes that happens. It's not a big deal because this is just scrap yarn that I used. And there we go. And I just make sure to slide my stitches onto my needle here a little farther. I think I'm going to pause this and move my light here. It's a little dark. Okay, I moved my light. We'll see if that's any better. Okay. And I'm just going to finish picking up these stitches here. Oh, I got my yarn caught again there. There we go. And you might be able to hear my 5-year-old outside playing with his dad. I think they're pretending to be in Minecraft or something like that. Okay. So, there we go. And 3, 6, 9. Okay, 20 stitches. That is correct. Okay. Now that I have all my stitches now onto my live needles, or my live stitches onto another set of needles, and then this is my other, get this stuff out of the way here, I'm just getting tangled up here. Okay, and these are my other live stitches that I just finished. And I finished this to fit around my head, which measures out to be, let's see here, it came out to be about 18.5 inches. And it does stretch, because you don't want a headband loose, because then it won't stay where it's supposed to be. So I want to cut a tail of my yarn here. I want to cut it fairly long. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, so I have my long tail here. Now I want a needle to stitch with. And I usually use like metal ones, but I'll use a plastic one today. I've been getting them in about every kit I buy, so I got a lot of plastic ones. The scrap yarn is being a pain. There we go. Okay. Now I want to do my Kitchener stitch, which I want to purlwise the first stitch on the front needle and leave it on there. And then I want to knitwise the first stitch on the back needle and leave it on. And so what that means, and I've done a few videos of this Kitchener stitch. Let's switch all the way to this side. Well, yeah, that's how I want to do it. I'm losing my mind here. Okay, and I want to fold it inside out. So I want to have my cable part on the inside. Okay, and I want to switch these stitches that I just transferred onto this needle here, because I am doing it on circular needles. If you were doing it on straight needles, you would just have to put them next to each other. Okay, and I want my tail on the back needle. And then I want to take my yarn here, and I find it easier to fold over the yarn to put it through the needle. Okay, and now I want to do my setup, which is purlwise through the first stitch here. Let's see, I want to make sure I have the right count. This is looking a little strange here. Yep, so it's this stitch right here. So I want to purlwise. I have to slide it off the to the end of the needle so I can get my yarn needle in there, because it's a little tight. Okay, and I want to purlwise, so it's going to the front, and I'm just going to pull this, holding them together. I'm just going to pull it tight, and I'm going to leave that on there, and then I want to knitwise the back one, and I want to leave that on there, and I'm making sure to keep my yarn kind of between and underneath my needles. Okay, there's the setup. So now I want to knit off purl on the front needle and purl off knit in the back. So I want to go in like I'm going to knit this one, like that, and I want to pull it off and pull my yarn tight, and then I want to purl, and I want to leave it on that needle. And if you have to hold it with your fingers, that's fine. I do that all the time. And then I want to knit this one. No, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. I want to purl this one, and I want to pull it off. And make sure my yarn is pulled tight. And then I want to knit and I want to leave it on. There we go. So knit off, purl, and leave that stitch on. Then I want to purl off, knit, and yeah, knit off, purl, purl off, knit, knit off, purl, oops, keep wanting to knit that one. I want to go purl off, knit, and make sure I keep my string below, and I just keep pulling it tight like that. And I just want to keep doing this until I use all my stitches. The last 2 stitches you'll just do the first part of the Kitchener stitch. Okay, so I came off the back last, so I need to go to my front here. Oops, I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. Okay, so knit off, purl, purl off, knit, pull my string, knit off, purl, purl off, knit, knit off, purl, purl off, knit. Okay, I want to move some of my stitches up. Okay, so I'm going to go knit off, purl, purl off, knit, knit off, purl, purl off, knit. Purl. And I want to thank my subscribers. I'm now at over 100 subscribers. And so I want to thank you for those of you who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I went to there we go. That was purl off, knit. Knit off, purl, purl off, knit. And we're getting there towards the end. Purl off, knit, knit off, purl. And it goes pretty fast once you get into the groove of it. Purl off, knit, purl, we're getting towards the end here. Purl off, knit, knit off, purl, purl off, knit. I want to knit off purl, and we want to purl off knit. And now that I'm down to my 2 stitches, I just want to do the first parts of each one. So I want to knit off, oops, don't want to take my yarn here, knit off and purl off. I just want to pull it tight like that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it inside out here. And there we have the headband. Let me zoom back out here. And I'll weave in these ends here. But there you have the headband. And you can kind of see where it's joined. If you were to not fold it inside out, you wouldn't see it. But because of how I like to line up my yarn here, you can kind of see it. But with this variegated, it doesn't really stand out, and I like it. So that is our cable headband, start to finish. And you can block this if you want, which is kind of just getting it wet, wringing it out, and then pinning it down to a board. But to me, it also works just fine like this. And because it's red heart, it is washable, and it does get softer when you wash it. But that is it for that video. So thank you for watching. And if you like this video, I ask that you give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe and share it with your friends. And that's it. So thank you to my subscribers for reaching 100. And that's it. So have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye!